Arnold is there in the Monday Night Football booth to promote The Sixth Day, which is probably the most forgettable movie in Arnold Schwarzenegger's entire catalog. I don't even remember what it's about. I know Michael Rappaport shows up at one point, and it's just one of those huge misses for Arnold. But there he is promoting The Sixth Day. You remember that movie? I barely remember it.
I have no recollection of The Sixth Day, but we do move on to the fourth quarter, and Arnold leaves us there with this bold prediction. They're down 30-7 by the time we get back to the broadcast.
I think as usual, the Jets are going to come from behind. You will see.
And yet, the Jets came all the way back, and they had the comeback king of that season. His name was Vinny Testaverde. 3 fourth-quarter comebacks in those 5 wins, including a wild game in Tampa week 2. And yet, here we go. Right out of the gates, Jets, their first fourth-quarter drive, 75 yards they go down the field, and it's highlighted by an unbelievable touchdown catch by Lavernius Coles out of Florida State. It's suddenly 30-13.
Vinny for Coles, and does he make the catch? He does! How did he catch that one?
Same way he dropped that earlier one.
Sam Madison had it. He took it out of Sam Madison's grasp. It went from an interception to a completion and a touchdown.
Lavernius Coles' first career touchdown. He's a rookie, sort of the lesser known in the whole Peter Warwick Free Shoes University affair. He gets in for the touchdown. All right, so they get some points. Fine, they made it close. No, they're back. Vinny is back, and after they look at a Richie Anderson touchdown.
After reviewing the play, the runner's knee was down at the 1-yard line.
So it is first down and goal. There is Testaverde. Off the play fake, a little toss in the end zone, caught, touchdown. Jermaine Wiggins.
Guess what? It's the first touchdown of Jermaine Wiggins' career too, but it's on now.
And we're in, and the Dolphins keep on with this like conservative inside handoff, inside. It is almost like Wannstedt and Chan Gailey are scared to let Fiedler throw the rock, and you could tell on the sideline, Fiedler is pissed. Like, Fiedler wants to be throwing the ball.
He wants to. Peter, I don't know what the Dan Lebitard column was or Armando Salguero the next morning in Miami, but this series of 3 straight inside runs was scared football. It was terrible football. This is the one that the radio and the newspaper guys would have killed them for.
Yeah, and the Jets have another fourth quarter drive. This time it's 64 yards. It comes over a minute 52. But there's a near amazing completion at the 1/2 yard line from Curtis Martin. It's ruled complete, touchdown. The place goes nuts, but the second official runs in.
One official checks with the other, then says no. The field judge is behind Martin.
But that signal there signifies that it is a catch. And he's
right.
Overruled.
He's overruled by the other official coming in. So here goes Walt Coleman now to determine possibly the fate of this game.
These reviews back in 2000 took forever. In fact, at one point, Dennis has a great line. He's like, well, we got a replay review. I guess I'll go work on my masters, babe.
All right, a little challenge here. I'm going to go work on my masters. And see you guys in a bit. I'm going to go do some masters.
And I'm like, I hear you, Dennis. They took forever. Now, you might not like them now. It's fine. It's your prerogative. They've come a long way.
They sure have, and I feel like that's the sweet spot of NFL history with like replay review. The technology wasn't quite there. The rules weren't quite there. A lot of room for interpretation. You know, the Jets had so many plays over the last few years, whether it be the Seahawks game with Vinny at the goal line.
One official called it. Another official has waved him off. The far sideline official raised his hands and signaled touchdown. And that's what they call.
Yeah.
Replay just haunts the NFL and throughout this little era here. In this game, we get this one. And Jets, they're coming back. The whole thing takes forever. Real-time clock is ticking.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. The ball went through the receiver's arms and hit the ground.
And the Jets are forced to kick a field goal, but it does cut it to a one-score game. 30-23, the Dolphins still lead with conservative offensive play calling.
Fiedler sacked at the 6-yard line. Brian Cox unabated to the quarterback.
Haven't called Cox's name that much tonight. He's saving it up for the big play.
First sack of the night for the Jets defense. And boy, do they need it.
Big sack from Brian Cox, of course, the backboard, the Disney ride, and then we get a terrible punt from our guy Matty Turk, and still the Jets are in business.
Jets get the ball back. They have the rock. The stadium's going wild, and with the fourth quarter, the game on the line, down a touchdown, who do you think Vinny Testaverde zeroes in on and throws a terrific touchdown pass to?
Here's Vinny going to the end zone. Can he make the catch? Yes!
It's an unbelievable catch. It ties this game. And remember, they started the fourth quarter down 30-7. And with still about 4 minutes left, it's now 30-30. What a play. Testaverde to Corbett.
Unbelievable play, and Peter, you and I could yammer about it all day long, but why don't we just step aside for the star of the sixth day, who, let's remember, said Quebec is going to pull it off.
And I'll tell you one thing, Wayne Quebec is going to pull it off.
Now, hold on. I want to hear it again. Quebec is going to pull it off. Hit it again.
Wayne Quebec is going to pull it off.
Arnold on fire. Quebec in the end zone. The Meadowlands exploding, Peter.
Unbelievable, and every piece of momentum is going the Jets' way. Everything. But the Dolphins aren't dead yet. I love this part of this game. I love this part of this game because it shows in the NFL that just when you want to crown a winner, there is always another chapter to be had. Brock Marion returns a kickoff all the way to midfield. And then Fiedler, who had just been handing the ball up for a 2-yard fullback dive the last 3 drives, decides to let it fly.
Fiedler. And he's going for 6 into the end zone, and wide open is Shepard. Touchdown Miami. This is a street game.
This is a Jet-Dolphins offensive game that we kind of predicted before the game, right, Al?
Unbelievable.
Talking about all that defense. I think we missed on this one a little bit. What a play by Fiedler.
Al Michaels, it's a street game. Peter, there's no stopping Leslie Shepard. You can only hope to contain him. And at this point in the game, it feels like, all right, cool comeback. You came all the way back. But Fiedler to Shepard, we just put out the lights and sent everybody home. Or did they?
Yeah, no, it's unbelievable. And you have to think about it from Fiedler's standpoint on this play. He had just had the ball taken out of his hands throughout the fourth quarter as this team comes all the way back. A defensive-minded head coach, Dave Wanstead, saying, nope, give me the keys here. I'm not going to let you throw the ball around. And then in the post-Marino era, what looked to be the biggest game of the season, Fiedler airs one out to Leslie Shepard on a beauty. Now can we put it to bed? Now can we say the Dolphins are going to win?
No, because we're going to throw a touchdown pass to an offensive lineman. They don't see that coming, do we?
Take us there, Kyle. What happens next?
You give the ball back to Vinny. He marches down the field. And here's the thing, Peter, we like to say this is why we do this. If you're watching this game, you probably remember the Jumbo Elliott catch. It's the play before the catch, all right? We got a 4th and 1, and one of these claustrophobic tight 4th and 1s where they're inside the 10, so maybe they could score, but they could also get a first down. And who do they dial up? As always, not Curtis Smart, not Wayne Corbett, number 20, Richie Anderson, over the middle for the 4th down catch and getting a huge hit.
Needed a long yard, got 2.5.
Richie Anderson not even paying attention to his physical well-being.
That's a football player. That is making a play. He drops that ball. Jets don't win. There's no Jumbo Elliott. He had 11 catches in this game, 11, and many of them led to 19 first downs for the New York Jets in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter. Not the game. Not a game. In the fourth quarter, they had 19 first downs.
The Dolphins had 1 first down in the fourth quarter. They had 19 up to that point. And then the biggest play of the game, and of course the one that Jets fans will remember forever, we get the big decision. Let's go to Jumbo Elliott for the game-tying score.
Fake to Martin, then a dump, and it is juggled and caught by Jumbo Elliott. The tackle lines up as an eligible receiver at the end of the line. He's open, he's juggling, he's falling down, and they're 1 point from tying the game.
Another trick play or a situationally appropriate play for Al Groh and the Jets. What will he think of next?
A legendary Giants offensive lineman now with the Jets. Jumbo Elliott bobbling it. It's a famous play. Kyle, what a play call.
What a play call. What an execution. What a shock. Sam Madison, the Dolphins corner, would say after the game, what were you thinking? He said, I was thinking this dude can't catch no football. That's a direct quote. Jumbo I love that he has the lineman gloves on with 5 different rolls of tape, which makes it difficult to catch. And then I also love afterwards, maybe the only bad decision Vinny made at the end of this game was trying to pick up Jumbo like Brett Favre with Donald Driver. He was trying to scoop up all of Jumbo in this. And the greatest image of this game is what I'll clean up for our program and just call it the Jumbo Elliott Nirvana face. He's watching himself appropriately on the Jumbotron make this catch, and it's just like this. It's unbelievable. Peter, remember Double Rainbow Guy? Yes. Like that, Jumbo Elliott turns into Double Rainbow Guy. This face is something that would be memed into oblivion right now, the Jumbo face, because I've never seen a human face like that in a football game. It would all be like, when she says her parents are out of town and wants you to come over, and there'd be Jumbo Elliott's giant face looking at the Jumbotron. It's great stuff.
And it's like, nowadays we get all these big boy touchdowns, and in the big Saturday regular season game between the Patriots and the Bills, they went to Deion Dawkins for a big play. That wasn't the norm back then. You didn't see a lot of offensive lineman touchdowns, so it was almost before its time. And you're right. What came first? Jumbo Elliott's touchdown or the word Jumbotron? I don't have the timelines here. It might have been named after Jumbo's touchdown.
That's like, what, was paint a noun or a verb first? We don't know, and I don't know where Jumbo came from, but I know thanks to Jumbo, who became the 3rd straight Jets player to score his first career touchdown as part of this comeback, we are going to OT and we got a coin toss.
And here comes the very all-important coin flip.
First team that scores wins. Miami's the visitors. Call coin. Heads. His choice is heads.
They usually bring Phil Luckett in for these.
It is the heads. Miami won the toss. Will receive.
The Dolphins win and receive, and this is back when it was just sudden death, let's go. And Fiedler is trying to keep that momentum going from that touchdown to Shepard, but weird things happen.
3rd down and 5 from the 42.
Possession, and then once they get possession, if you fumble the ball and the other team recovers, they get it back with a first down.
Hey, that's just Thurman Thomas making a play. That's how you go to Canton, Ohio. You got to have ball security when Thurman's around. Orande recovers it. So it's the deal. If you're counting, as they mentioned, Marcus Coleman now has 2 interceptions on the night. That one he fumbled directly back. So the story is he blew it. He's going to be on the New York Post. He blew the game. You'll never get a shot at redemption. Marcus Coleman, you're going to have to just wear that for the rest of the season. Or are you? What?
1 more first down, and they'll be in field goal range for Mate. And that is piss off again by Coleman.
Down by Coleman.
And that time the play is dead at the 33-yard line because contact was made by Gadsden.
Wow.
You got to hand it to Marcus Coleman for hanging in there mentally. He made the play earlier to pick it off in front of Gadsden, and then he read the eyes of the quarterback here.
Marcus Coleman, again, it's his 3rd interception of the game, and now the Jets have the ball. It doesn't go back to the Dolphins. And who do you think gets involved? Wayne Corbett. A 28-yard pass to Wayne Corbett. The Jets are in striking distance, and they bring out John Hall, their kicker, to put this crazy game away.
Hall put it just through the right upright, and now he'll have to do it from 40 yards to cap off what would be an unbelievable comeback.
Hey, the way this game's going, I wouldn't be shocked if Tupa pulled back a snap, naked bootleg down to the left here.
Anything is possible. From 40 yards. Good snap. Pick away. Jets win.
I love you, Mom. Love you, Dad.
Start blow drying Koppel's hair. Done.
It's over. Rev up the blow dryer. Peter, from what I remember of Ted Koppel's hair, I hope they started way earlier because we have to point out it's 1:20 a.m. when the game ends. It is the longest, latest Monday Night Football game ever. And Peter, one of the members of the broadcast team, very important, we have not mentioned, is the great Melissa Stark, who is doing sideline on that. We know Melissa. We're friends with Melissa. She comes on our show all the time. I texted her yesterday, and I said, do you have any memories of this game? Because we love seeing you in the broadcast. And she had a great answer. I'll read the text from Melissa Stark. She says, hi, all any of us can remember is our legendary late producer, Don Ohlmeyer, cussing out Vinny Testaverde in all of our ears, saying bleeping Testaverde because he wanted to go back home so we could go to get a drink at the hotel. We're like, wrap this thing up, Testaverde, you're killing me. Melissa, it's a great anecdote. We've all been there.
Yeah, it's Melissa Stark on one sideline, Eric Dickerson on the other sideline. And this game, 4 hours and 10 minutes. And it's the second largest comeback, 23 points in a fourth quarter in NFL history. And it's the largest on Monday Night Football. It's an incredible comeback. And to me, that's the legacy of this game. The legacy of this game is that you are never done until there's 4 zeros on that scoreboard and the clock says 0, 0, 0, 0. The Jets showed incredible might, incredible fury in coming back in this thing. And you can blame conservative play calling, or you could just say there was some magical stuff going on between Testaverde, Corbett, and the rest of that Jets offense.